saying, you know what, Sukhi, this isn't making sense. We have this amazing intelligence. We have this amazing life force within us, and it regulates and coordinates everything perfectly. How come I feel like shit sometimes? How come I have low energy? How come I have fatigue? Why do I have anxiety? Why do I have depression? Why do I have this illness disease? Why do I have this back pain? Why does my life suck? Why do I make these stupid choices? Why do these people piss me off? It's all so great, this intelligence. Well, I'm here to answer that question. The sole purpose of your nervous system and the intelligence that flows within it is to make sense of our reality. And our reality is nothing more than a series of these things called experiences. Physical, sitting, twisting, moving, sports, being at your desk. Mental, the conversations we have in our head. Do you know what the primary conversations that we have in our head are? Cross-culturally, cross-socioeconomic status. I've worked with homeless people, I've worked with middle-class people, I've worked with millionaires, I've worked with billionaires. Do you know what the primary conversation that we have right here? I'm not good enough. I'm not attractive enough. It's too hard. I can't do it. I'll just let someone else do it. That's what I've learned in the last 15 years. I call it the monkeys chattering. Mental impulses. Emotions. Emotions are our relationship and connection to other people, other places, and other things. I live in a great city, but in that great city, it rains a lot in December and January. I love Vancouver in August. It's sunny. It's fun. Then all of a sudden it's December and January and you're thinking about moving. Yeah, my purse is okay. Oh, if I had a purse like that, fuck, then my life would be awesome. Or boots. You need a pair of those bad boys. Our emotions, other places, other things, other people. Oh, I don't like this husband anymore. I better trade it in for a new one. Parents, brothers, sisters. Emotions are our relationship to other people, places, and things. And their experiences. And the last one is chemicals. Chemicals in food. Sugar. Chemicals in the air. Chemicals in clothing. Chemicals from wireless technology. Smart meters. Wi-Fi. The list goes on and on. We're continually bombarded with these physical, mental, emotional, chemical experiences. But you know what, guys? In order to truly understand this isn't enough. I gotta take you a little bit deeper. So I don't know your backgrounds, I don't know what you understand, but I live in a post-Newtonian world. A post-Newtonian world says everything in this universe is made up of atoms. Protons, electrons, and neutrons. We got protons, neutrons, we have this electron orbiting around. And based on the frequency of these structures, it changes the level of organization that matter is going to take. At a low frequency, things are very dense. At a higher frequency, there's more space between things. This ground is made up of atoms. It's more dense than the atoms that make up me. If you look at a color palette, colors are nothing more than a vibrational frequency. Change the frequency, you change the color. Dolphins and human beings are considered to be the highest atomic vibrational systems on Earth. When atoms vibrate, what happens is they pass a threshold where the system takes on something beyond what we see. It takes on what we call a consciousness. We see things as right or wrong. We have morals. We have higher levels of thinking. Apparently not available in lower primate animals. I think I said this the other day. Change the frequency of anything, we change how it presents in matter. We'll do it again. You put water in the fridge, what happens? Freezes. Put grapes in the fridge, what happens? Great. Put strawberries in the fridge, what happens? Freezer. Freezes. You take the water that was in the freezer and you change the frequency by putting it in a hot pot, what happens? Turns to liquid. Change the vibrational frequency, changes the level of organization within matter. But you know what, guys? We're made up of atoms too. Just like water. And we have something within us called a freezer box as well. And whatever we put in your freezer, the exact same thing happens. So we have these experiences, but really, these experiences, we see them as physical things, mental things, emotional things, chemical things, but truly, Albert Einstein, Bohr, they said it's nothing more than a bunch of atoms. Just a bunch of atoms coming in. So there's this massive wavelength of all this vibrational input disguised as driving a car, going to school, having a conversation with a family member, a friend, having an argument, having a car crash, falling down, breaking up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, getting divorced, getting separated, working too much, studying too much, passing school, failing school, you name it. It's just a bunch of energy coming in. And you know what the job is of your biology and your nervous system? It's to take that information, and add it to the frequency that you're already made up of. As a result, moving you in that direction. My daughter, there was a time, all she could do was sit. And she'd sit, and she'd kind of fall over. And eventually she'd sit, and she'd fall over. And eventually she was on her stomach. And then she started to move with one arm. Then eventually the other arm. And eventually the legs. And then she developed this cross-crawl pattern. Her nervous system was taking an input, processing this input, developing balance, developing proprioception. She was processing and integrating real time. Eventually she stood up and she fell down. She stood up and she fell down. Then eventually she stood up and stayed up. Then eventually she started taking steps. She's integrating, processing vibrational experiences and her nervous system through what we call her senses. What she saw, heard, smell, taste, touch, and that intuitive sense, feeling, and hear. That's your nervous system. It's your perception system. That's how we relate to our world. That's how the eye sees what's out there through the vehicle. Is everyone with me? Mm-hmm. Do we need to stand up and stretch? No? We're good? Cool. Okay. So we have all these experiences, and we have this amazing technology, this intelligence that communicates to every cell, tissue, organ. And its job is to continually process this information. Well, if that's so great, if that's so awesome, why did what happened to me happen to me? Why did I have those experiences? Why did I make those choices? I think I might know why. I think I have a little bit of an idea of what was going on there. You see, our perception system is our consciousness system. How open and how closed we are. And what I like to say is your nervous system, it has a capacity or a bandwidth. And the experiences within that capacity or bandwidth, my friend, we view as a pleasurable, positive, easy experience. Man, I've had a great walk today on the ocean. Read a great book. Cooked some great eggs in my fry pan. Non-stick fry pan. Great adjusting today. Saw a beautiful moon the other day. Man, I hugged this person today, just, man, I could feel it. All those experiences, my friend, they're within our capacity. They're within our bandwidth. And you know, all that, it's still energy, it's still atoms. Let's go a little deeper with that, because you're chiropractors and you can. Everything in this universe is a possibility. Everything you can think of is a possibility. If you can think of it, you can achieve it. This universe is filled with all these atomic waves. And when I give my focused attention to a wave, that wave collapses into a particle and becomes a physical reality in our world. And it's all based on this bandwidth of your nervous system.